Hello folks, Easy Rider here. Welcome to my next video. Today we're going to talk about how to delete the Nav Prep on a 2025 F800 GS and how to put on a Garmin 396 or actually any Garmin. If that interests you, stay with me. And welcome back. First, let me say, if you listen to this video, it'll save you probably a good 2-3 hours to get that out up front, because I had to do all the learning curve for you. As you know, there's no manuals anymore to tell you how to do a damn thing on these bikes, so it's all kind of hunt and peck and learning on your own. Anyway, I bought this bike, took it home the beginning of February. This is February 24th in Ohio. There's still snow on the ground. It's just been a brutal winter, and I had one day I could get it home. So I got basically a little less than 100 miles on this bike. Anyway, when I bought it, it already had the Nav Prep on it. That was $300 out the window, basically. I didn't want the Nav Prep because to put like a Garmin GPS on it, it's like $800, $900. The only other thing you could use it for is maybe to hold a phone on there. They have a little phone gadget you could use with it, and that's another $250. And I really don't use my phone on my handlebars. I keep my phone in my pocket, but that's another story. But anyway, so and they also sell, you can get them online. They were like gadgets that you can put on there and maybe stuff a Garmin in there, but the write-ups were saying they don't work with the flip. So anyway, so I was like, well, that's gonna go, and I'm gonna put a new one on. So anyway, let me turn the camera around and we'll go through it. And there it is right here. This is where the Nav Prep used to sit. It's kind of funky looking now, you know, with these big bolts sticking up, but I bought a couple screws at the hardware store to cover the holes so they didn't get all rusty and stuff. So anyway, the Nav Prep that comes with it would sit there. This is where the Garmin is right now. And the Nav Prep, it kind of goes down your triple tree, and then it goes to that plug. That's that white plug right under there. So it's semi-easy to get to. Now that douchey plug took me, probably 2 hours to take apart. I'll tell you why in a second here. To take the plug out, all the way on the back of this black part on the back, the female part, there's a little button on the bottom that you have to push up on. So anyway, I was tugging on the white thing, pushing up on that, and of course you can't get to it because they got all this fairing garbage here where you can't get your hand in there. And I was tugging for 2 hours trying to get that stupid thing out. Come to find out, that white thing is actually connected to the fairing or firewall, whatever you want to call that thing. So you really need to pull out the black thing. So that took 2 hours for me to figure that one out. And of course, it's damn near impossible to get your hands in there and blah, blah, blah. And let me get to the other side, and then I'll show you where the wires are. There's a better look at where that plug is. Now, obviously, it's not going to hang out on that wall anymore. Now, that plug, that white thing right there, that's called a BMW repair cable. I'll leave you a part number on it. Luckily, it was the same cable that was on my that I used for my 06 RT BMW RT 1200. So anyway, it's a pretty simple thing. You just start, there's some tie wraps holding the original cables. You just run the cables kind of back. You always want to make sure you're not kinking and there's nothing getting in the way. Here's the new cable right here coming down, kind of going around here, going down, and then into it. With the Garmin's, see if I can get in there and you can see it. It comes with like a little transducer box or something, and I got it stuffed down here on the right side. It's hard to see, but that's over there. There's a little strut down there, and I put some foam around. There's like a little black box. I put foam around there so it's not vibrating and stuff, and then just followed the wires there back into there. So it was, you know, other than, you know, the first part of it, taking all that, trying to get that stupid switch apart or that plug apart, took forever. Anyway, I'll leave the part number in the description for that cable. I have a whole nother video back when I put it on my 06 RT that tells you how to solder the wires together. If you have any experience with it, it's really not all that hard. There's 3 wires on it. One is 12 volt, one is ground, and one is the CAN bus wire. You just ignore the CAN bus wire. You can buy that cable at BMW. It's only about 15 bucks or so. It's labeled. It's pretty simple. Like I said, the other video I did for my 06, I talk about how to solder it and heat shrink it and blah blah blah. Anyway, there's the finished product. The good thing about this is it's keyed. So here, when I turn the key on, turn the bike on, the Garmin wakes up. And so, it's not directly connected to the battery. And then when you shut it off, it'll stay on for like another minute or so. But you're not directly connected to the battery, and then you forget to shut it off and stupid battery dies. Anyway, there you go. Oh yeah, another thing is it's kind of ugly. Actually, I'm going to repaint it when it gets a little warmer. But this U-bolt I got holding this on, I put these whatever you call those things, cap nuts on them, so I don't cut my fingers, by mistake on those screws that were sticking out. Not too pretty, but it does the job. And then like that, not too pretty, but does the job. Anyway, you got any questions? Ask them. Like I said, I'll put that cable in the bottom, and I'll put a link to my other video to tell you how to solder all that stuff together. Other than that, it's just takes time. Of course, you can't get your hands in there, and it's hard to run the tie wraps and stuff back through there, but it's all self-explanatory once you start looking at it. Anyway, hope you get something out of this video. If so, give it a thumbs up, a like. Don't forget to subscribe. Have a good one.